Hello everyone. Thanks for joining my live. This is 16th live. Today still is July, but still horse month. Today is Bingchen, the Bing Fire Dragon Day, and now it's a dog time. Still in this month, every time when dog comes, it creates the triple combination of fire, very strong fire energy. First, I had one question. There was a question about the monthly branch, and the question is like I'm not exactly remembering, but it's like in some classics, like monthly branch always decide the dominant energy. If the monthly branch is wood, the chart's dominant energy is most likely wood, or like this month, like this today, like this. If the horse is on the monthly branch, some classics say, oh, this chart's dominant energy is fire, like that. And my thinking is a little bit different. I look at the whole chart, even though the monthly branch decides the temperature of the month or the day. But if like this chart, same month, same being fire horse month, and if there is like 5 water, 1 metal, the right side chart is definitely fire dominant. There's fire, but also triple combination of fire is formed here. So this rainwater or dragon, even dragon can be the Yongshen because it disturbs this combination aspect. But in this chart, it is still horse month, same. This is June, but there are a lot of water. It's very simple. So fire can be the Yongshen. The water can be the dominant energy. So this is different. This is one question from the comments. I do not follow only the monthly branch, because certainly in summertime there should be a cold days, there should be a cool days, and in modern times the temperature can be really different. Actually, we artificially create the temperature cooler or warmer using air conditioner and heater, something like that. So there should be some kind of temperature difference depending on the day and other pillars, yearly pillar, daily pillar, hourly pillar. Yeah, this is like a little bit weird chart, I will say, because it is cold in summertime, kind of. It doesn't mean this is normal, but it's like in terms of temperature. So this person's life is also like that, not following the season, but following other things. So there should be some meanings about that. What does it mean when the earthly branch supports or controls the heavenly stem? Okay, just 1 second. I will turn off my security camera. My cat is detected a lot. Earthly branch supports or controls the heavenly stem. Let me find one example. So basically, heavenly stem and monthly branch are difference between the will or the thinking process and the plan as a heavenly stem, and the earthly branch is the reality we can experience. Oh, hello, Dynamite. Okay. It's the nighttime there, right? It's very late, I think. So, for example, I'm just thinking between what kind of heavenly stem should I use? Oh, no, it's 2:30 a.m. Okay. It's sleep late, like me. So let's say if we consider the heavenly stem is child spirit, heavenly stem is child spirit. Let's just make an example about the rainwater. I have kind of a big idea to explain, but I'm not sure I can do that correctly. So for example, for metal daily master, either gong metal or shin metal, the water is child spirit, right? Because the metal is generating the water. So what the daily master generates is child spirit. So in these 6 pillars, the heavenly stems are all water. Heavenly stems are all child spirit, all child. But the earthly branches are different. So some earthly branch support the heavenly stem. Some earthly branch controls the heavenly stem. Some earthly branch is same as the heavenly stem. Sometimes like this year, the rainwater tiger year is like heavenly stem energy is supporting the earthly branch. So they have all different meaning, but the heavenly stems are same. Heavenly stems are same. It's all child spirit. The metal daily master want to use their output energy to change something, or use their will to create something. My microphone position is very uncomfortable. Yeah, so these 6 years, in these 6 years, like Metal Daily Master's output is activated. Output is activated. But depending on the earthly branch, those thinking about using their output, using their will, can be supported by this element, by this monkey. Is supported, right? And this is kind of controlled. Dragon and dog by earth, controlled by earth. It's supported by metal. I will just make it simple. My idea, the child spirit on the heavenly stem, my idea is supported by metal, which can be the friendship spirit, right? This is same as daily master's energy. So when this person have that idea, those idea can be supported by those friendship spirit, either friends or co-workers or people around, or brother or sister. Like simply thinking, let's not thinking about dominant energy or Yongshin. It is preferable or not, that doesn't matter. The form of what is happening could be I have an idea and then people are supporting me, something like that. So controlled by earth can be I have the idea, and what is the earth for the metal daily master? This could be friendship spirit. Earth is supporting the metal. Earth supports the metal, so earth is mother spirit. Yeah, this takes a time to really fast finding the 10 spirits. So earth is mother spirit, and then this mother spirit is controlling the water, which means this metal daily master has the output to create something. I want to do something. I want to go out. I want to enjoy my life. I want to change my job. But this mother spirit is kind of controlling this, my thinking, the water. So my mother can say, no, you'd better not to change. Or my boss can tell this metal daily master to stop that. So this is very simple example. Yeah, resource to metal. So I want to do something. I want to change something, but something behind me, something supporting me as a mother spirit and or resource, those people or those environment can kind of control my idea, not really supporting. That supporting the generating cycle is okay. I will support what you do, but it's controlling is like, oh, let us think about a little bit more, like that kind of situation. And if the heavenly system controls the fire, my idea controls the fire energy. The fire is official for the metal. So my idea, my will, my creation, my new start can control what I belong to. Kind of that kind of meaning can happen depending on which one is stronger. Actually, always stronger element always kind of win the game. So if the water is stronger than the fire, this person can change the environment that the metal daily master has been belong to, which means official spirit. Like this is like exactly the changing situation, changing my job, changing my school, or changing my place. And same support would. You just ask about supporting or control, but I go all of that. Okay, this is wealth for the metal daily master. This situation is kind of smooth situation. The metal daily master's output, metal daily master's idea to create something is exactly creating the wealth in the reality. So this is very smooth process. If that is my wife or girlfriend, my romantic relationship, the metal daily master's idea is kind of helping, kind of supporting their spouse or the romantic relationship's idea as well. It's kind of smooth flow. And this is same pillar, same water. This is same child spirit output. So heavenly stem and earthly branch are all together working as a child spirit, working as an output. So his idea, the metal daily master's idea or will can be just enforced by the metal daily master. There could be no mother's control. There could be no like friendship support. I don't need to really care about the official spirit, but my idea can be just directly activated in the reality in this kind of situation. Did that answer your question? Morning. Oh, thank you so much, P. Earth is resource to metal. Yeah. So when we look at the heavenly stem and earthly branch, the stem's idea is kind of big picture that I want to pursue, and earthly branch is like how my stem's idea gets supported or controlled. This is very basic logic, but very hard in reality. When we apply to the real situation, it's kind of hard to really, interpret. And in a broader sense, just stem means the leader of like my family, or somewhere myself is belong to. This is another story, but yeah, rest members of my family. So leader of my family can be myself or someone else, and the earthly branch is kind of public. It's if the stem is president, the earthly branch can be just people. So how we can look at how the leader's idea gets supported by the people or not. How the leader's idea suppress the people's idea, like this kind of situation. The leader's idea try to suppress the people's idea, people's kind of situation, like leader's idea to change about the tax policy, and then that changed policy can somewhat controls the people's life situation. Like people will not like it, kind of. But in this situation, if the triple combination is formed, fire gets dominant, so leader's idea cannot really suppress those people's idea. Now leader has to a little bit back up, right? Because this energy is much stronger. Or same as this one. Like, see, this is a really different situation. I will just do the same. If leader tries to suppress the people's situation, but another situation, when we look at the another pillars, other situation is kind of supporting the leader's idea. So this could be like go with the leader's idea, likely. So that's the difference. And this happens in our own individual situation, individual life. This could be my idea. This could be my children's idea. This could be my wife's idea, my father's idea, depending on the 10 spirits. And then what controls what supports what. And we start from those interpretation. I have a week chart. In Earth is daily master. I'm trying to learn what I can do to balance this. I have too much water in my chart. Suggestion. Same here, just a week in Earth with too much wood. Need fire or metal and try to bring in my life a job or friends. I'm also in Earth but strong chart with fire dominant. For in Earth, a lot of Earth daily master. So someone has water dominant like that. Someone has wood dominant. Like weak Earth usually has those metal or water or wood dominant energy, and the fire is definitely Yongshin. And also the friendship spirit, the Earth, can be secondary Yongshin. This is not always first or second. Yeah, depending on the chart. Earth can be the first primary, fire can be secondary. And in this case, using this metal element can increase the water energy, so metal can be like half and half. It is a little bit far from the Yongshin actually. Or if the water is small and there's only wood dominant, metal can be used. Metal can be used to control this wood. So it's depending on the situation. But the first thing, this is not the primary Yongshin. This is kind of temporary Yongshin or temporary use. Because in weak chart, we always say increasing my side energy. And the meaning of my side is my daily master's energy plus mother spirit, my resource that generates myself. So the first thing, and when we look at the 10 spirits, so fire's mother is input, wood is official, water is wealth, and metal is child is output, and earth is friendship, spirit. So weak earth chart primarily need this mother spirit as an input, as a resource, study, license, certificate. But the resource means the knowledge actually. Resource means knowledge of everything. So before going into this output world, wealth is also output of output. If the water is huge, that applies more. Before going to this output world, the primary thing this weak earth has to focus on is creating my resource, creating my license or certificate, creating my degree, which can mean not only following, not only seek for the money making, not only focusing on expanding my idea. And like, for example, if you want to purchase a land or purchase a real estate, some people try to get the real estate license to purchase the land, and some people just pay for it. Or even they just focusing on getting those properties, and they kind of get the loan from the bank to only get those land. So it's kind of overuse their resource without the resource. So without the knowledge, just the money, playing with money is kind of prohibited for the weak daily master. Weak, not even weak earth, but it's prohibited for all the weak daily master. Without the resource, without the knowledge, without what I have, just playing with money or just earning money, and then just drain all of my energy. That is kind of draining process. It is the draining process for the weak chart. I see many people who have the weak chart. They try to learn more and more actually, but for some people, not always. For some people, if the mother spirit is too weak, they cannot even try to learn actually. If this is too weak, like learning is kind of not really working for them. But if that is at least existed in the chart or the yearly yun, using those chance to increase myself, and those learning processes actually creating this daily master's energy larger. When learning process is larger, my self energy gets larger as well. And if you keep learning about 10 spirits, what I have done for last several weeks, we determine the balanced 10 spirit meaning and then unhealthy meaning of the 10 spirits. So avoid the unhealthy meaning of the 10 spirit, and then try to keep the balanced mind of the 10 spirit is really helpful for the weak daily master actually, because they can be in an unhealthy state actually more than strong daily master. Wow. So we are fire nets, and interesting that we are so many in earth here. I'm also experienced in Western astrology and just got into Chinese astrology last year. Meanwhile, I like more. What do you think about having two being element month and year with Jia daily master? That's too abstract. I consider more important on the earthly branch, not heavenly stem. Heavenly stem is just superficial thing. It's heavenly stem is kind of shell we have, or how other people can look at us in the public. So I actually have many certification, but I'm still having trouble with success. This is why I am using Chinese astrology. And second thing is using this friendship spirit. Actually, using this friendship spirit is also another way to overcome this dominant energy for the weak daily master. So try to make a valuable friend is the really big key, because weak daily master has the strength about friendship spirit actually. If they make valuable friends more and more, they can support you, because that's the Yongshin meaning. Do not disperse your friendship. What is like social life maybe? That is not valuable. This is hard to explain, but usually if the official spirit is not a key for this idea, but when we will cover the wealth spirit next time and then talk about this relationship, and weak daily master, if their daily master's energy is too weak, and if their wealth spirit is too strong, and this one applies to any daily master who has the strong wealth spirit. If the wealth is too strong, this person tries to control this water, try to control this wealth. So this person usually want to increase the friendship spirit. So they like to meet people. They like to make a connection, those people, to control this wealth, actually. But usually, I observe that many wealth dominant people create the friends who are not very valuable, actually. Their amount of friends are really a lot, but they're kind of superficial relationship. So that doesn't really help. That doesn't really help this wealth dominant energy to decrease. This is just one example, not for everyone, but when wealth dominant people tries to make a friendship, and then I observed, and then many classics talk about that. Any people in the world is your weapon. Kind of, they try to use the people's energy to solve the problem. So what they usually do is, if somebody, one of their friend needs something, one of their friend tries to open like what kind of shop, like beauty shop maybe. Let's make an example. The cosmetic, the product shop, like one of the friends tries to open the business about the beauty supply, and this Earth Daily Master person suddenly thought about one of the other friend, one of his or her friends who is kind of related with the beauty supply, and then they kind of immediately try to connect those two, and then try to use the other friend's energy to support these friends. So like, okay, I know somebody who can help you, and I can call him or call her to support you. The problem is we don't know the other friend can support this friend or not. So what I mean by kind of do not disperse your social life is just make sure you can check with the other friend if he can help him or not, and then you can tell this fact to this friend, not about telling about that first and then say no. Do you know what I mean? Like they try to kind of make a connection first, and then the result can be not successful. So that is the kind of one negative thing about the wealth dominant people. Like they have to try to make sure the schedule, make sure the plan, make sure the people's idea, and then suggest those ideas to other people. That is the order this week Earth or weak daily master with wealth dominant people have to follow. So in a serious situation, the wealth dominant people, that is called, this term exactly means the wealth spirit is dominant and becoming my daily master's energy weak. And this person's in severe case, kind of they know everyone. They know like my friend's brother's friend, kind of that. It's kind of, they are really good at that kind of political connection or social connection. I don't know him actually. Actually, he doesn't know me, but I know him. And then they think it's their friend or it's their relation, one of their supporters. So like, even though that is really far, like my brother's friend's sister's friend's brother, kind of that kind of situation, they try to connect with that. So they're very good at that. But if they overuse those relationships, kind of people are disappointed about that, actually. I'm not sure I'm explaining right or not. Yeah, sure. For weak daily master, it's always about cultivating myself is the key. Cultivating myself, become a self-growth is the key of the weak daily master. Like strong daily master is a little bit different because it's a different game actually. Strong daily master is different game. It could be fire dominant, it could be earth dominant. So this side could be Yongshin for them. Maybe this could be secondary Yongshin, depending on the chart. But either metal or water could be the Yongshin's energy. And because their resource, mother spirit, and their friendship spirit is already strong, they already have a good relationship with people in general, already have resource from the birth. The only thing they try to do is just using their output. Sometimes they try not to study. Sometimes they don't care about the relationship because they already have a good relationship. So they just only try to focus on making a result, making money. Oh, the chat. They already have a resource from the birth doesn't mean they have a lot of knowledge. It doesn't mean they have a lot of license, a lot of certificate, a lot of cultivation. It doesn't mean that. But by this 5 element energy, they are already kind of born as a full being, like full kind of already satisfied with those knowledge. So and that comes with confident behavior and opinion. This one also, a lot of friendship spirit usually have confidence. That is the meaning of the self-respect. It is the self-respect realm. The strong people already have that confident mind. So what they are saying can be the right way, can be the company's way, can be the family's way, because they are so confident. Like talking something without confident mind cannot be really accepted. But if somebody say something with really confident attitude, those ideas can be not always, but easier to be accepted by the public. So usually they become leader, but it doesn't mean they have more knowledge. It doesn't mean they have more resource in as a knowledge aspect, as a study aspect. So they try to only just pursue the money, only going outside of the world, and then try to just use their skill, try to just use their what they already have. They sometimes not for everyone, but sometimes they don't even try to practice a lot and then just show their skills to the public with the confident mind. Like they kind of misunderstand what public can consider my skill as a great or not. But that is the kind of caution. They have to be careful about those confident mind. They could be either the positive thing for them in general, but in a negative thing, can be a negative thing in the kind of specialized field. Like as an expert, they kind of trust themselves more and then forget about the reality. And then public is this output world, actually. Or this friendship can be public. But anyway, what they are using as an output is kind of much less than what they have or what they think they have. They use less, not use less. Okay. Hello, Quartz. I've always heard it described as, yeah, I prefer your interpretation. Oh, that's right. Sorry about that. that is my mistake. Yeah. The body is weak. Yeah, body is weak, not the Shen as a spirit. What are the effects of other heavenly stems in one of your videos, the big picture of 2020? You say that the metal heavenly stems have brutal characteristics, but what about other stems like fire, wood? Oh no, you are Korean. Yes, it's 제다신약. So basically the meaning of the heavenly stem and earthly branches are not different. I'll bring this image. So usually I describe this metal as a, what did you say? Brutal? I explained it as a brutal aspect because it contains the false energy. And this is not about the emotional thing, not about the personal thing. Personal can be brutal, that's right, but in nature, the brutal characteristic is kind of natural. When we can observe the trees, in summertime, it becomes like really a flourish and really exuberant until the beginning of the fall, actually. And sometimes we can observe in one day, like when we until yesterday, the trees were kind of really big, and after we slept for one day, and suddenly all the leaves fall after the frost happened. So that is the nature's kind of image of the brutal. They don't really give the plants and trees to slowly falling down. Actually, slowly fall. That is the meaning of the fall. Like just one day, it happens. Very fast happening, and you can remember as a falling leaves suddenly, and those sudden energy is happening in metal time. That sudden energy it looks sudden, but their process has been gone through for at least 3 to 4 years or 3 to 4 months, but they are not shown. The in energy is not really shown, obviously. And after those process is finished, now storing is happening. It's winter's energy. And those brutal moments of the fallen leaves happens because they want to protect those yang energy of the ground, actually. So preparing for the new beginning. So it can apply to this year. So those 2 years, 2022 and 2023, on the heavenly stem, there is a water, right? It's kind of the preparation time in the heavenly stem. Last year, in 2020, year of 2020 was the metal energy coming with the water. So it's more about in time. But like this year's and next year's main theme, main idea should be the what we have to prepare for the new cycle, what we have to protect something, what we have to set up the boundaries, what we have to make a system for the new 12 years. Actually, this cycle is about 12 years. Heavenly stem is 10 years, but earthly branches are 12 years. So those meaning can fit the water, and wood is totally beginning. It's a new spring energy. It's like a sprout. So whenever the wood comes, people want to start something new. Want to start something new, and then on the heavenly stem idea, they want to really start something new with their ideas, and then on the earthly branch, the reality is happening. So this year, the reality of the new beginning is happening, and fire is about expanding. Summer's energy is a metaphoric kind of expand what they have started in wood time. In the wood time, they start something, and then in fire time, they start expanding those ideas, expanding those creature to the broader way. This is more about, wood is more about linear or upright idea. And then now the fire energy is more broader, wider. So it expands like that. And wood energy is just kind of forcing their idea to one direction or multi-direction, but it's linear, more linear. And earth is now ripening process, or I would say it's like steaming. Steaming. It is in the on the heavenly stems energy it's like midsummer, before fall. I say steaming is like when we cook the rice. When you cook the rice, there is a moment that all the steams are filled in the cooking the cooking rice. What is that? The machine. And then they wait for those steam filling out, and then all the steams are coming out after that. That is the moment of this metal time actually. And then the steaming process is like earth. It's like rice cooker. It's like rice cooking process. They put the water, and then initiate the fire, start boiling the process, and then now it gets all like vaporized. This is the boiling process of the fire, and then now all the steam is filled out, and now the result is coming out as a metal. It's a result. It's a fruit, like the process, how the nature creates the fruit after ripening. A fellow in earth born here. Oh, a lot of in earth. I'm strong in earth with dominant friendship spirit, mother spirit. Yeah, 12-year cycle. This is like Jupiter. Yeah, that 12-year cycles follow the Jupiter, actually. Not exactly 12 years, but it resembles the Jupiter's movement. And weak, E, Earth plus, Changin, the mother's energy. Great. So I'll talk about this one a little more, because we have to talk about the July Way Earth Goat energy, which is this ripening process, about the midsummer in July's energy. So it starts from July 7th. Time is a little bit different by country, but around July 7th, it starts for the Ding Fire Goat pillar is started, and then it is the now storage branch of the summer. We started from the tiger, rabbit, and dragon, and those three are February, March, and April's energy, and snake is May, horse is June, and now we are entering into the July's energy storage. And our yearly flow is still on this tiger, birth branch of the spring, or birth branch of the fire, if we consider about the triple combination. And we were here, the June's energy, the Bing Fire, Wu, the horse. Fire takes about the 50% right now. And in July, now Earth takes the most energy, but it's kind of fiery Earth. So those two, the fire and Earth, can create the fire energy as well. So we can imagine about like 64% is about the fiery energy, fire, because this is fiery Earth, and because this is in the summertime, a lot of yang qi is contained in the goat time. But it's also before this metal season is begin, beginning. So all the steaming process is now happening for the metal in August. So this is the bridge between the fire and the metal. So this is a bridge. The way Earth is the bridge, which means the way Earth is kind of containing the real Earth quality. The real Earth is the bridge between fire and metal in the generating cycle, and only goat is in between those two. Yeah, between the fire and the metal. And the wood we start from the wood, and the wood generates the fire. And here, from the August, metal time is beginning, and then it generates the water. But between the July and August, between those fire season and the metal season, there is no bridge, right? So goat can take those bridge energy as the earth between those two. It's the controlling cycle, right? Fire controls metal. So because the fire controls metal, I explained those in the year of 2020 video as well. Because it is not the generating cycle from fire to metal. Metal has to be a little bit brutal, more than other element. It has to prepare more, hide what it's doing, and then suddenly show their power. So that looks like more brutal for the human. Yeah, but in nature it's the very necessary, because if they are not really preparing in a hidden state and then suddenly enforce their power, the metal cannot be worked in a proper way. So metal can be melt. And this goat is creating the clash with the Cho Earth. Cho Earth is the energy of last year. We can imagine that we are talking about the July monthly energy, but we can compare last year's situation, comparing that with this July's energy. So because that is creating the clash. So it is in 180 degrees, the goat and the ox. Both are storage branch. The Cho Earth is storage branch of the winter or water or metal. It stores metal. And goat is the storage branch in the summertime. So those two are quite opposite. They are two main axes of the earth character. Those are real earth. This is also real earth. But I will say real earth is the goat. And dragon and dog is kind of secondary earth. That is, those are created after those main axes for just creating the mid-season kind of balanced picture. But what I want to say is the Cho Earth is like before the springtime. It is the difference, really different from this goat. It is the winter, really hard earth. Like if you try to dig the soil in the winter time, even the shovel is bent. It is stronger material, but it is bent by the frozen, really hard surface of the soil. So that's kind of really compact, really compressed, really compact earth. And the Cho Earth, the characters, images like that. It's like grid. Cho Earth is like grid. So it's kind of formation of, it's like crystallized process before the new beginning is starting in tiger time. The Cho Earth is like grid. Cho Earth, so I draw like that. Cho Earth is like crystallization of the idea of my will, of my system. So every kind of systems or technology or political ideas or blueprint of my cycle or the world cycle or country cycle is formed formed in the Cho Earth time. So last year all these plans were made actually underneath as a crystallization, and then this year when the tiger energy is beginning, those crystallized idea kind of started expand to the world. And then in goat time, now those are kind of vaporized. It is kind of all over the world. And so that is happening, that will happen in 2027, right? Yeah, 2027. But as a microsystem, we can experience that as this year's July energy, a little bit, the vaporized. And this is 2021's energy. But at the same time, it's January's energy. Yeah. In January, kind of a lot of plan is going. So this is what I found in Google. So it's like the formation of the water molecule. And when it becomes a sliced ice, like crystallized, it forms the shape, right? It forms the shape. And that is like Cho Earth. And when it becomes a vapor, now all the molecules are separated. It is kind of working here and there, not really bonded each other. So that is the image of the goat, we can say. So in Cho Earth, if somebody is born in Cho Earth, they used to have those crystallized idea, and that becomes a plan for them. It could be a political plan. Many president have the true earth as a monthly branch. They already have their kind of crystallized idea that they believe that is the right thing, even though that is right or not. They kind of trust their crystallized idea. And born in way earth is kind of here and there, kind of here and there, but that's too abstract. It is already expanded, already vaporized. So now they are looking for the metal energy actually. Now after the goat time is the metal time. So it is kind of looks relaxed. It could be changeable, but try to look for the valuable spot. And that is the meaning of the goat as well. You know, there's a term, I don't know it's a real or not, but like goat tries to find their best place to stay. They are really good at that, actually. So that is the meaning of the way earth. Now it's all, like crystallized is all like broken down. And now they try to find what is valuable, what is safe, what is more profitable, something like that. So when you have true earth in the chart this month, those make a clash with the goat. So you create a clash between those two. Exactly, you can apply this meaning to your situation. What you already have in your mind from the birth, because this is in natal chart, if you have in the natal chart. And this is monthly energy. Like your ideas from your birth is kind of creating the clash, creating the argument with this way earth goat that is totally a little bit different from your idea. Are there any cycles that follow Saturn? 29, 30 years. That's the half. That is the cycle of the half of the 60 pillars. And 60 pillars, half is one cycle. The other half is second cycle. So that is about the 30 years. These first half takes the 30. The other half take the 30. And then 30 years are usually considered as 1 century. 1 century, right? Yeah. For the human life. Is there any other cycles? I'm not really good at Western astrology, so you can show me other cycles. So there are season meeting that are going for 30 years. I'm not sure the translation. Season meeting. Okay, I'm not sure about that as well. Maybe Ming has more information. There's a full cycle of one season happening in your 10-year. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea actually. Yeah, so in grave life cycle, right? In the die-in cycle, one pillar constitutes 10 years. So the 3 pillars, whatever 3 pillar, here we can start from here to here. The 3 pillars constitute the 30 years, right? And the number 3 is really important for any kind of perspective in this study because it creates the seasonal energy, as the dynamite said. It creates a seasonal energy, and it could be a 3 days. It could be 3 days, it could be 3 months, it could be 3 years, and in a big flow, it could be 30 years for our life. So that 3 is the really important meaning for the Eastern study actually. And we have the term that after every 3 days, we change our plan, kind of thing. 작심삼일. We kind of decide our plan with our heart only for 3 days. Yeah. And for some people, that 3 remains the 3 months. For some people, it's 3 years. So in a relationship situation, or like if you start something for business or for studying, those 3 energy is really powerful. After 3 months, one cycle is end. So your mind is now changed. After 3 years, now your mind can be changed to another. So when we look at the kind of relationships, when they start meeting and then when they break up, the 3 is really critical. 3 years or 6 years or 12 years. Those 3 energy is kind of the borderline that those couple can remain their relationship or break up. It's a kind of one crisis each in every 3 years. And the Earth takes a role a lot for that. Earth is kind of in between mid-season. So a lot of thinking, a lot of not pure mind. And I mean the pure is only fire or only metal. Like Earth contains many different elements. So a lot of diverse idea can be happened. And also in business, when we consult other people, we try to look at, is this for 3 years or 6 years or 12 years like that? For example, the if we like one singer, like let's talk about like BTS. I'm not sure. I think they start coming out to the world in 2016. I think, yeah, and then I think they were kind of made in 2012 or 13. This is just for fun. So from 2012 to 2016, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. It takes 6 years to come out to the world, and now it's 2022. Another 6 years. Another 6 years are happening between those two. So I heard there are some issue about the BTS members. I'm not quite remember what happens, but there's some change will happen, and those are total 12 years, which means one full cycle of the earthly branches. So now new beginning will happen for this group, and then we can apply these years to our relationship, to our business, to our study, anything. Like for example, I really started this live session in this tiger year, but starting from this tiger month, I think I started this one from February, and then I remained this 3 months. I have done this live session for 3 months, and then suddenly in snake time, in May, I suddenly create a membership, right? So it's a little bit try to do something different way of the YouTube channel. So I create a membership in May, and then it lasts for 3 months, and then I have thought a lot about that membership and then that live session YouTube for this 3 months, and now we are entering to the goat. So some other ideas can happen, and then in monkey time in August, starting from August, maybe some different idea can be revealed, because it is opposite from my original plan. That is the tiger's energy. Original plan follows this yearly energy actually, because the year is tiger. And in August, maybe some kind of opposite way of the approach can be happen in my YouTube live. So we can play with our individual situations with that. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, insight, Dynamite Diva. Saturn returns, and that is 60 years. Wow. Korean, give up new plan in 3 days. Yeah, that's too direct. I mean 30 years of winter, which I really don't need as a cold in Earth. Yeah. I mean 30 years of spring now, which creates a fire, right? Should be good for you, as you are strong in Earth. Limestone. Okay. The last thing I want to share is the Ghost Gate. The Ghost Gate is happening in this month between the tiger and the goat. And just for reference, this is the 6 different Ghost Gate, and then tiger and goat is the third one, and then it creates the pattern. This is just for reference. Yeah. And when we look at the earthly branch between tiger and goat, there is a wood and earth combination in the hidden stem. You don't need to know about that right now, but this is happening in those 2 Ghost Gates. So wood is somewhat tangled with other element. So if we consider this year's energy, and this is the month, the July. So somewhat our original plan, the tiger, the wood, in 2022, is tangled with the July's energy, that is earth. So in between those wood and earth, the Ghost Gate mind can happen. And you know this goat is storage. Why is capital? Storage of the wood. Now wood is stored in the goat season, because after the goat, the metal energy is coming. It is totally opposite energy from the wood. So the goat has to, in this goat time, the nature has to store this wood energy to protect the wood, because the metal season is now happening. So it is kind of the last month that we can really activate, we can really use those wood energy. So because these two meaning is kind of not going together. The one, tiger's energy, is beginning of the wood, and goat energy is kind of storage of the wood. So those beginning of tiger and then store the wood, the goat, those two energy can be really sensitive. Like I want to start something, but I have to finish something, kind of that. If this is a study, like your original plan is kind of study. Oh, after July, maybe I cannot study anymore. So one can force their study a lot in July, if that is a mother spirit. If there is a child spirit, like Water Daily Master has this child spirit, I will go over every Daily Master next week. But for Water Daily Master, if this is a child, and if they plan to conceive, try to make a child in this year, they might think, oh, in July, maybe July is the last chance to get a child, make a child. That kind of mind can happen. So that is the meaning of Ghost Gate. That kind of, it is like captured mind on something. Oh, I have to study, or I have to make a child, Kind of that kind of mind can be, in a severe case, there could be a psychological issue, but in a normal situation, that can be activated as a concentration on something about the wood energy. Oh, I wanted to start something. I had a plan for the wood, but after July, maybe I cannot continue those plans. Maybe I can't. So that kind of sensitive mind can happen. It could be a obsessive mind in some people, if this is a girlfriend or if this is a boyfriend or husband or wife. In July time, maybe really finding the romantic relationship obsessively, or to a spouse, maybe a little bit more sensitive, behavior sensitive, saying can come out. So how to use those ghost gates energy is really the key, actually, in a healthy way. Like not become an obsessive mind, but try to use those energy as a concentration and focus. That is the key for the Ghost Gate month. Undergoing harsh upgrade in the past decades led me to study astrology. So the planets have their own element. I read somewhere. Yeah. Jupiter has the wood. Saturn is earth. Mars is fire. Venus is metal. And what is the other one? The water. Oh, Mercury. Mercury is the water element. That might be fun to really looking actually this Batza study is not really related with the planets and stars actually, but we can connect something. Saturn, Venus, and Mercury, and the planets are like that. And here is the Earth. Oh, what color is the good for the Earth? I will just do the Earth. Yeah, like that. So the interesting thing is the yin aspect, metal and water, kind of become a buffer between sun and the Earth. And then from here is the yang aspect. Some people say the Earth is Earth quality. Some people say Mercury is water. Richa Jane, congratulations for the fire badge. Thank you for the joining membership. Yes, sometimes the hardest time led us to interesting new topics. Yeah, definitely. That is the meaning of the controlling cycle. Like generating can be good, can be comfortable time, but the control aspect and clash sometimes make us more into growth, actually. All right. Any other last question? There should be like 4 a.m., right? For quartz, limestone, might be noon, around noon, maybe. PDD, are you in the US or in Korea? Ghost Gate is, sensitive mind is activated. Some kind of not really, I don't like that energy. We already have gone through that, but the tiger is the beginning of the wood. So new plan. But the goat is the end of the wood. So the storage of the wood. So beginning and the end are kind of coexisting. Yeah. Also exactly same time as here, but just changing AM and PM. Yeah, I will do the Rob wealth. I don't really differentiate Rob wealth and the friendship. I consider those as a kind of similar energy for more simple study, but yeah, I will do that. And those are also happening, the Ghost Gate. Many beginning of the element and the storage become a Ghost Gate a lot. The boar is the beginning of the water, and dragon is kind of storage of the water. So it's also the beginning and end. This snake and dog as well. Snake is the beginning of the fire. Dog is kind of the end of the storage of the fire. Yeah, just confused between those two energy. I want to start this, but I have to end this. So my mind can be really hesitated. My mind can be really in a rush situation. I want to start this. I want to really start something new, but I have to finish. not next day. Like it's kind of deadline. It's like the deadline situation. And the ox and horse is a little bit different. Ox is the really cold winter earth, and horse is really hot season. So it's like when you make the cup, when you put the cup in the refrigerator and then a little bit freeze that cup, and then pour the boiling water into the iced cup, the cup will be really suddenly exploded, break down. So that happened in between ox and the horse. Rat and rooster is kind of love and hate situation. It is the metal is generating the water. Metal should support the water. Metal should produce the water, but this is all the exuberance branch. So it's very sharp energy. It's not really smooth energy. It is as sharp as a metal, sharp as a water. It's like ice, and it is like a crystal. So the generating is not really smoothly happen in between those two. And rabbit and monkey, it's similar as the tiger and goat. The wood energy is tangled with the metal energy. So wood can be really weakened in this situation. So ghost gate is like that. Everybody is like kind of introducing yourself. Okay, you're in Canada. Okay, Germany, Singapore. Yes, I'm in the US. Yeah. Okay, everyone, it was a really good time to see you guys. I will do the live stream next time. Okay. Thank you so much. Hi, Hirodesu. Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much. Yeah. You're India. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Yeah, have a great day, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a great afternoon. Thank you. Bye-bye.